Good day everyone. Today I'm going to be doing an upgrade on my FX M3. Just got my Saber Tactical TRS top rail support for my M3. It's got the, let's see what's inside. Nice packaging, your rail, and then also a barrel clamp that goes over your shroud with two bolts that goes on the side. Let's put that over there. Get this off. And there you have it. This is the 45mm with a 20 MOA already built in from Saber Tactical. Your cant level comes standard with it, and this will fit onto the gun like this. So let's get the right tools quickly. You're going to need two size hex keys. The one is a 4mm for the one bolt at the front. Let's take that out quickly. And then the other is a 2.5mm hex key. You're going to use the same bolts that's fitted to your FX. Just put this aside. There we go. Let's use the little cap for the screws. As I said, you're going to use the same screws that's fitted to your FX. Alright, there we go. Be careful not to lose any screws. There we go. Top part comes off completely. And then just make sure everything is nice and clean. And you just fit it. There we go. As I said, same bolts. The 4.5mm or the 4mm goes into place. And then, as you guys can see, before I tighten it, there is a little play, a very tiny amount of play on the top rail. So before you tighten it, just line it up properly. Just have a nice look from the top. I would suggest hand tighten it, just to make sure it's perfectly in place. And then if you have a torque wrench, I would suggest you use it. At the moment I don't have one, but you can tighten the rear bolts to about 10 Newton meters, and then the front to about 15 Newton meters. Remember not to over tighten it. If you strip out the threads, it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of effort to get the replacement parts, get it fitted, and it's going to be a few bucks unnecessary out of the pocket. The shroud bracket also have the two hex screws, also 4mm. Let me just turn this quickly so you guys can see. Just do this like this. There we go. can just either pop it over or just move it in from the front. Let me just move this back a bit. There we go. As you guys can see, just turn this so you guys can have a proper view. There's a little hole on the one side, also on the other side. These holes are only on the long 45mm. The shorter version, you tighten it through the little gaps on the front here. As you saw in the other reviews, maybe this is not to be tightened with a hex key. It's hand tightened. There's a little plastic washer there. Just make sure that you guys fit the washer, otherwise you might damage your shroud if you just put in the hex bolt. I would maybe suggest putting in a little bit of Loctite. That's what I'm gonna do. Just need to find it on the table quickly. There we go. I've got some grade 6 to 10 Loctite. I'm just going to put in a small little drop. There we go. Just to make sure that it doesn't fall out. I'm going to just tighten this with my hand with the hex key. There we go. Turn it over. Same story on the other side. Little Loctite on the nut. Let me just turn it like this for the camera so you guys can see. Just a small little drop. Make sure everything is properly aligned. And that's about it. It's easy as that. It's a lot stiffer. A lot stiffer. The barrel's sitting nice and tight into the bracket there. As you guys can see, there's no play or anything on the shroud anymore. So yeah, I can hold the gun by its barrel. Before the top rail it was impossible to do that. And that's it. In the next video I'll show you guys how we mount the scope on the top rail. Yeah, thank you very much.